Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with Stampin' with Diane. Oh, my goodness. It's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. I apologize. I was about a minute late. I started doing something and then completely forgot about the time. But in any event, welcome to my Now What series. This is where I pick something from your studio, whether you don't have it, maybe you do have it, or you've got it and you're not sure exactly how to use it. I like doing this on Thursday nights at 4:15 Pacific time. And this just got changed from a time that I used to do before, and that was because of different training and different things. In any event, this is part of a live. So if you're joining me through YouTube, make sure that you're subscribed down below. And if you're through Facebook, make sure that you've given StreamYard permission. In any event, this is part of a live. So if I do say hello to different people and that kind of annoys you, just basically watch it on replay and scoot on by that part. In any event, I love saying hello to the different people that do come on and support me. I truly do appreciate it. And good evening, Pam and Judy and Janet. Oh my goodness, we have all Canadians on here so far. But in any event, I like this series and I'm hoping that this is going to work out okay. But let's get going on it. Awesome. So this is, I don't know if you've seen it. It is in the annual catalog. And I don't even know what page it's on. That's pretty bad. Let me just grab a catalog. Maybe I don't even have one down here anymore. Oh, here it is. In any event, this is the Take Your Pick Crafter Tips. I've been wanting, hello, Leona. I've been wanting to use these for quite a while. And actually, I got stuck on because I wanted to do a particular thing. And I kind of gave up on it for me. Now, when you're looking for stuff, you just go into the accessory index. And this is a cutting tool. Tools, let's see. Stamping tools, page 150 to 151. Let's see if it's in there. But this is, oh, no, it's your Take Your Pick tool. So this is the accessory tool. It's your Take Your Pick crafter tips. And they have some amazing tips on there. And I should have brought in some regular paper. You know what? I can just come in with a bit of a cardstock and we can play around with it. In any event, these tools they're accessories and they go into your Take Your Pick tool. Now there's a few different tips. This is the X-Acto knife, very sharp, and that piece goes into like where this part of your tool, this part here is where that goes in, so that goes there. The tip, and I strongly suggest that you do use this tip or this cover and use that because it is so sharp. It's just unreal. Oh, good. I'm glad that you at least bought it. Hello, Lorraine. In any event, this is what it comes in, and it comes with 3 tools. Now, then on this tool, I haven't used this one. I've used this one. Whoops. My goodness. And again, the tips are very important that you keep on here. This is a paper piercing tool. This could be very similar to this particular tip. However, this is a thinner tip, which is great for paper piercing. This is for other things. So we've got that. And then we've got this hook. And this hook is amazing for pulling ribbon through and all that sort of stuff. So they're ones that I forget that we've got. Now, the tool that I am the most impressed with, other than my X-Acto knife, is this particular one. And this one is, you want to make sure it's tight, and you can replace this. There is a washer on it, but there's this little lever here, and it pushes up and pushes down. That basically is where it's open there, And then when you put this up there, that gives that guide along there. Now, people have said that you can do this on this glass. I don't know if I'm that trusty with it. So I'm going to put this tool on here. And it has to go in the screw end. And I'll just show you how this works. Like I say, I had a use for this, but it just kept, I wanted to do a certain pull card. And now, as it turns out, we now have one that has a stamp set. So I have this little, this is a forgiving mat. What do they call it? Self-healing mat. So this, you just go in like this, and it perforates. And look at this. So you can use it like a ticket. You could use it for different sort of things. This would be kind of neat if you're basically going and doing tickets on something. It would work really, really well with that. But it works great. So you have that. But remember, once you've used that, is to bring that down so that it's like that. Now, I just had that tray, and the tray really helps keep everything all together. I'm going to put this hook in that, because really what we're going to do today is we're going to play with the X-Acto knife. Like I say, I've seen people that have actually done it right, done different things on mats, not necessarily this mat. I'm talking about other mats, but I wanted to do it on this mat. So we have this X-Acto knife. Remember to be very, very careful. Make sure that you have lots of Band-Aids around. You were wondering what this did, Pam, the rotary? Yeah, like I say, these ones are just more for different tools to pick things through. But this X-Acto knife, I want to show you a card that you can do with it. And then, you know, we can do some different things with it. I think, like I say, with this perforated one, I think it'd be a lot of fun just playing with tags. I actually have used this. I have a brochure that I take to my supermarkets, and I have a tear off thing with my name, and it says text number. You could do the same thing if you're doing it for garage sales, that sort of stuff. Oh, look, see? Now that's where you got to be careful, because this loosens up, and we want to put that in there. Let's wait. Let's see how this works. So this is just going to go in there, and then you want to hold that down and you want to tighten it. So one, we're going to go tight that way, and we're going to go tight this way, and then it stays that way. So like I say, it's very sharp, and it's a great X-Acto knife that way. But I'm going to show you a card that we're going to play with today, and we can use the X-Acto knife to show what we've got. Yes, the rotary one. Like I say, very helpful for different brochures and that sort of stuff. So again, I am really loving this trusty tools. So we're going to use that again. The card I did yesterday is probably a better one. The one I'm going to do today, this comes with the stamp set and the 20 dies. But the one I'm going to do today is more for an automobile mechanic, just because I think there's certain tools that are for auto mechanics as opposed to a home woods person, a wood crafter. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure. In any event. Okay. So I have this gray granite, and I've got it 5.5 by 8.5. Let me just move this kind of out of the way for a bit. 5.5 by 8.5, and I've scored it 4.25. And I'm just going to come in with my bone folder. You know, it would have been great if this also had a bone folder on it. Isn't that funny how we think of things like that? But honestly, I kind of like my bone folder probably being by itself. if I knew where it was. Well, we're just going to have to really do a really good score line there. So this is gray granite. And then I have another piece of gray granite, and I ran it through with this metal plate. Now, this metal plate, I know I used it yesterday, but it's more appropriate for mechanic shop. They have it all on the floor. So that's going to go there. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that on there. Like I say, a lot of fun. Like it when you have new stamp sets, that's for sure. I won't be going live to play with new stamp sets for 2 weeks. So I've got to get as much of this playing in as possible. Okay, so we want to use this X-Acto knife. So we have this piece here of the designer series paper. Now this is this designer series paper is from the Celebration, and I'll show you that paper. I showed it yesterday and I'll show it again. It has 2 sheets of tools. You can fussy cut them. There's some that do die cut an awful lot of these. But you have 2 different types of tools. I call them carpenter's tools and mechanics tools. And they're all mixed up. They're not like, don't make it easy so that you have them all on one sheet. And we have the screwdriver one. This one's kind of cool with the back side. These ones just have plain grid paper. This one has nuts on it. And on the other side, this has got hammers on it. And I like this one that has like the pegboard on it with the ruler on the other side. This is the one that we're using today. And then some more screws and some more screws actually. Now I thought I had already lost one of them yesterday, but I didn't. So that's a good thing. I'm going to use something else that's new on here. So I'm not going to take the chance and do this on my mat. I just don't feel comfortable with it. Now you can do 2 things. You can come in with your ruler and do it with the ruler, but I'm going to actually do this, and I'm going to do it with, just going to do it freehand. Now this is, like I say, it's going to be a mechanic's toolbox, the one that's on wheels, right? So I got to figure this one out. I want the drawers opening up at the top. So I'm going to cut, whoops, we don't want that behind or else we'll be cutting that card. I'm going to leave that about 1/4 of an inch. And then I'm just going to come down, and I just want to, and I'm going to do this fairly slowly. Just bear with me. And I'm just going to slowly cut with precision. Just remember that we don't want this to go flying off the paper. So now I've got a drawer, right? So now I'm going to come in again, and I'm going to cut this one 1/4 of an inch. Like I say, this is a self-healing mat that we used to sell years ago. Somebody told me today, and I was going to use the glass mat completely on this. And somebody told me today that it will actually scratch your glass. So I don't want it scratched. I guess I'll try it later on. Somebody went and said this doesn't cut unless you had a diamond. And I'm thinking to myself, well, that's not. Okay, so we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 drawer chest, tool chest. Just like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put those tools in this tool chest. Now, I'm not, oh, where did that lid go? I want to put that on there right away. So I've got this. And when I put it onto this piece right here, I'm going to pop it up, but I don't want to do that. Now I want to come in and I want to figure out what I want to do with the tools. Now I've gone ahead and fussy cut a lot of the tools out. I didn't, oh my goodness, isn't that bad? I went and I fussy cut them all, and now we can't find them. That's ridiculous. Okay, well, I'm going to show you something else while I'm at it. There's these mini alphabets, and I've gone ahead already, and I've used the, I punched these out. Got this piece here. I want to put that out. These are actually wheels from the trusty tools thing there. I cannot believe I can't find that. It's all in a little package. Oh, this is awful. Do you see it anywhere? I had it. Oh my goodness. Oh, we have another scavenger hunt going on. Oh my goodness. This is so frustrating for me when this happens. Now I had it also with my tools. I might have to quickly cut some tools just to show you how that's going to work, because it's so cool how this works. Okay, but let's talk about these mini alphabets to begin with. Now, what I can do is I'm going to go ahead. This is the top. These are the drawers. No, this is the drawers. They come like this. We want the smaller ones up at the top. And then I'm going to put, I can put a name on here. Now, I would love to go Dad, but there's only one D. So I was thinking, well, I could use my son's name. I could do Rob on there, because at least I have enough of those letters. So let me do that. Now, I would keep these in such a way that you would keep them in this package. And then, of course, me, I'd probably turn around and lose it. Now, see, I did already. Oh, there's that B. It's because it's black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to line that up. So what I want to do is I want to take my O, and we'll just take this off. Like I say, I've got the adhesive back onto the back of this. Now what you want to do is you want to come in with a ruler. Gee, I don't know where those tools went to. Anyways, what I want to do is I want to come in this way. And this piece here happens to be 3.5 inches. And so the halfway mark at that is 1 3/4, right? So I'm going to just line up this O at 1 3/4. Now you could also put it onto the ruler. That's what we used to do when we scrapbooked. Now, just going to put that there. And we can go put this one on there. There we go. These are amazing little letters. And I like the fact it comes in one full sheet, all the letters. So if you are where you're wanting only certain letters, it's under the alphabet package. I didn't see it there. Do you want it? No. In any event. Okay, and then let's put this one on here. We'll do the Rob. Yeah. I would say I had a whole pile of them cut out. So, and then I'm just going to come here and put this here. There we go. And then what we also want to do is I want to put these wheels on here. So I'm just going to come put a tiny bit of glue on there. Now there is another piece that goes with these wheels, which happens to be, let's see, just going to put that right about there. You know what? I think we need to put just a tiny bit of that on there. Isn't it funny? I cannot find those. I'm going to have to quickly cut out some more. I took the time to cut it out before so that you wouldn't have to watch me cut it out. Well, we won't put as much on them. And I went more with the mechanic type tools. So I went with screwdrivers and wrenches and that sort of stuff. Okay, so this is a little tacky now. So I'll come in here. Yeah, I don't like crooked letters either, Pam. But it does work quite well with the ruler. Okay, so that is, try to get this on in the right spot too. Should have lined this up first where it was a certain amount that I knew that I could quickly do the math in my head. Well, let's do it this way. So we're going to do it 3/4 of an inch from that side. So right about there. I'll just quickly do a measurement. Yeah, that's about right. All right. So then what we want to do is we are going to come in here and we're going to put this. Now, doesn't that look all of a sudden, it looks like one of those carts or their, what do they call it? A shop toolbox. So we're going to want, and we're going to definitely need a bunch of dimensionals on the back. Now, I think maybe even the strips of dimensionals would be okay. I happen to have this white, so I'm going to come and just put that down the side. I like when you can cut these off. I tend to use these up first. So this is going to go down the side here, a little uneven, but we're okay. I'm hoping that I can see this at a distance. You know, oh, I saw the tools. See, I knew if I talked long enough, I could keep on looking to see where it is. And there it is. Awesome. All right, so we're just going to put this down the side. And then once I get the tools on there, what I'll do is I'll turn around and put more dimensionals on there. Because if I put dimensionals on here as it's going, it's not, I'm not going to be able to get the tools on there. Now remember with these tools, and I've got lots of tools here, you don't even need a full tool. You can just use part tools, that sort of stuff. So we're going to come in. This is, we could put a wrench there. Let's put some pliers in there. Just going to kind of lay these out and let's see. Another wrench. Screwdrivers. Now, of course, they're all different sizes. And really, they should be lying flat, more flat in here. This would be more like my type of a toolbox with it all over the place. That's for sure. This is just going to go like this. Now, there's another way that we can do this too. Let's see. What else? Well, of course, the saw's not going to go in there. We have another wrench. We have different screwdrivers here. Oh, I like this screwdriver. This is more like, I think it's more like a, it's more like a carpenter's one. Maybe not. Okay, so this can also go right here. But see how that, let me just, I'm going to put this one down below and then this one here so that I've got different colors. Hello, Marge. Yeah, I'm stuck on this set, let me tell you. But this is a mechanic's toolbox now. I'm just going to stick this in there. Let's see. And let's do this one. There we go. So now what I can do is turn this over and I can start applying those dimensionals on the other side to hold those parts down. So just like this, and we'll double check to make sure that they're kind of in the right spot. Okay, we got that in there. Let's get that one. You know, they don't all go the same way, right? Well, if it was a tutty craftsman, they would. That's our wrench. And like I say, if I use the dimensionals, I'm using them twofold because I'm popping them up. Plus, I'm also using them to keep the tools in place. That one's there. Let's stick that up there. They can go other ways. Let's see. Okay, so I just want to put some dimensionals on there. And I don't think it matters what way the tools go. I don't have any screws or that sort of stuff. So those are going to be, let's see how that's. Now I could turn around and I can also, glue them as well. Let's see, let's put a smaller wrench. Like I say, these are only part wrenches. Do that down below, and then at that point I'll put a dimensional there to hold it, and then I can trim that off as well. Boy, I'm sure glad I found those because that would have taken forever to cut those, right? All right. This one, I don't want to cut any that haven't been cut, right? Should have some red on there. Let's put some pliers in there. So I'm going to just, whoops, put that on there, a dimensional on there. I can put a dimensional behind those wheels as well. Like I say, there's another little piece that goes to the wheels, but it's so small that I went, oof. So this cart is going to wheel around in the shop. Let's take our dimensionals off. I think we need a few more dimensionals on there now. This is just one that we don't want it to lie down flat. Yeah, it's overkill. I know. All right, so let's come and take this off. Let's see. Well, like I say, I don't have tools around like that around my house at all. Yeah, these tools are amazing. Like I say, this is for a mechanic. Couldn't very well use this particular toolbox with I don't think you see these in a carpenter's toolbox. They have more different things there. Now that looks almost too symmetrical, doesn't it? There's that. Then, let's see, what else could we put on there? I think that one, it kind of looks okay. It's a very messy toolbox. Now, I could have put some more yellow on there, but I think we'll just leave that like that. Now, I was going to say, I can't find the inside, but I am going to actually take this wrench. So I'm just going to go, you're the most awesome. that on there. And do we want that in black? Do we want it in red? You know what? I think that red would be kind of cool, but black is kind of nice too. I think I'll do it in red, and then I'll have the gray granite for the wrench. Now, the other thing is when you go to cut out a lot of these things, I haven't done any of this, but you can use like the silver for the hammerhead and the wrench and all that sort of stuff, or you could use a gray, and you can stamp like this piece and then cut it up. And then, of course, the paintbrush is pretty cool. The handles can be all done differently as well. So it's pretty neat the way that that can work on there. I think it's hilarious when you have a husband that has all these tools and that, and especially if they turn around and they say, oh, you sure got a lot of crafting stuff. Well, to me, ours are in being like back, like when you compare them and everything else, honestly, ours are in comparison. I know an awful lot of the men just like the tools just for their own crafting, unless of course they've done them for their craft that they do, if they're a carpenter or a mechanic. But anyways, I'm going to put this wrench in there. Any man would love this card. Okay, Judy, you know what the test is going to be? Oh, I should have done Bob, not Rob. Well, we'll see if my son likes it. He's not much. He's the type that would take more into the shop. So there we go. Let's put this on there. Now we could turn around. No, this one's a mechanic. Well, we could do nuts and bolts because they would have nuts and bolts. So there are, you know what? I think you can cut them out. Plus also there's a stamp with the screws and the, yeah. Anyways. So that's 2 of them in a row. So that's almost enough. But I really wanted to show this X-Acto knife and show these different tools there as well. So like I say, if you have any ticket items or anything like that, yes, you're very lucky, Pam, that your husband says nothing. I tell this story all the time. I remember my dad came into my craft room when it was upstairs. And he saw tear and tape, he saw glue, he saw 2 of the tape runners, and he saw me using a bunch of different ones. And he goes, man, you got a lot of different stuff that sticks. And I just went and I said, and how many different screws do you have? And it really shut him up. He didn't say anything after that. Not that my dad really could come in to say anything anyway. So there you go. There's our tool box. And there we go there. And like I say, the card I did yesterday was more a carpenter's tool. This is more a mechanic's tool. This could be also into gardening and that sort of stuff. Now, I have another idea that I think you could do that would be a really amazing thing to do here as well. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so what is going on? I am hoping that I am going to be a pre-recorded live on Saturday, and I might take the week of Christmas off. I'm not sure. It just depends how much I get done tomorrow. I still have 3 cards that I have to do for a class, and I still have, I am very happy though that I got my Your Creativity Awaits card done. Oh, I am in love with that card. And I've seen some of the not the Your Creativity Awaits, the Stamp Camp. Amazing cards, just amazing. And that's the one with the sweet notes. Is that the name of it? Sweet notes. Amazing, just amazing. Okay, so yeah, so I have 2 cards still to do for one particular one, and then I'm hoping to do my technique for while I'm away, and also my my two other sketches. I do happen to have one of the sketches done, so it's just a matter of how much I get done tomorrow. I'm on Zoom quite a bit tomorrow too. So in any event, and I got to pack. Oh my goodness! In any event, you guys, I will be live this. It will be pre-recorded live on Saturday, and hopefully you'll join me. I will be conversing back and forth when it comes on YouTube. At least I can talk through the YouTube. And we go from there. Remember, if you like this, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it. And remember that if you do live in Canada, I'd love to be your demonstrator. Yeah, awesome. Thanks so much. Oh, yes. You know, though, Amy, you could do this kind of a card where you just give them a card just because this one just says you're the most awesome. There you go. All right, you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Remember to create because it's great for the soul. Bye for now.